Welcome to episode 61 of Nobody Special.
On this episode, we throw out our show notes and argue about Kanye for an hour.
Gospel Outpost presents Nobody Special.
Hey everyone, welcome to Nobody Special. We are two nobodies talking about the somebody who matters. I'm Danny, the Iron Hammer of Nobody Special.
And I am Caleb, your other host of Nobody Special. We are two nobodies.
Talking about somebody who matters.
No, we're going. No, this is
someone
it. No,
wanted
let me
to
finish.
switch
Let me finish.
the parts.
Let me finish.
And this is our fifth take.
We are two generations of people looking to find God in pop culture, politics, and everything in between, while not taking any of it too seriously.
He's Ben Shapiro.
I was trying to do you, actually.
What? That is not
This
me.
is Ben Shapiro on the Ben Shapiro Show.
That is not me.
Today
Is that
we're
me?
going to be
Part of
talking
the
about
Soundcast?
politics
Okay, Caleb.
and everything that has happened in politics. And yeah, this is Ben Shapiro on the Ben Shapiro Show.
Oof.
God.
So Caleb, normally for this first part of the show, we just banter about stuff. Here's
Yes.
the deal. When is the movie filming? Because I have facial hair now. I would almost say it's a beard, a full beard.
Oh, we're filming in July.
Okay, well that might be a problem.
No, you're going to have a full beard by the time we get there. And
Are you actually filming in July?
I don't know.
Are you actually filming? Have you scheduled
no,
a
I haven't
date?
scheduled the dates yet.
Oh,
sometime in the future.
My gosh, can you get on it?
Doesn't he look
Please.
great, guys?
No.
I think you do.
If you think it looks great, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my gosh.
If you think it looks bad, like, comment, and subscribe.
See, Danny is a YouTuber without being a YouTuber. He's one of those people.
Gosh, I want to be offended or argue with that, but I'm like, I got nothing. Like, I really, I don't.
Everyone has one of those people in their lives.
I'm not even sure that's an insult. That's the thing. All right, putting
it's
the
an
show
insult.
on YouTube wasn't even my idea. I was against it. That was your
I had
idea.
to convince him. I just like video, and it was killing me not doing video, and now we got a crappy little set, but it's all right.
Poopy.
Poopy. We literally just talked about that in the last episode, and I just slipped up already.
It's okay. It's been a whole week since we've taped.
Yes.
Wink.
It has been a whole week. What are you talking about?
Sure.
It's been a whole week.
I hope everyone had a good Easter, because that's not fresh on our minds or anything. All
No,
right.
we've already. How was your
talked
Easter?
about-
Was it good?
It was fantastic. I caught the most
Delicious Easter
egg-
bunny.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The thing I actually wanted to talk about. This actually reminded me. Here's the deal. Just a little bit of BTS. First of all, we taped 2 episodes back to back.
Why do you
no, we
keep on
don't.
saying that out loud?
Because
Sorry,
this is supposed to be like 10 days after Easter, and
See,
we haven't hit Good
I
Friday
live in the
yet.
video world, and Danny just kills everything about.
That's why I'm the Iron Hammer of Nobody Special.
Kills all
I'm
of
the
the
Iron
secrecy.
Anyway. Anyway,
Whatever, just spoil it.
I wanted to talk about. Hey, all right. So this is the thing I was actually going to say. Oh yeah. Some more BTS. Sorry. All the ideas for this episode, I've had them in my head for like a week and a half, a week and a half, and then I kind of sat down to type out the show notes or the shotes.
The shotes.
And I did one of these, crack the fingers.
Correct.
Coming down to start typing. And then I had, and this is not a joke, the electric slide stuck in my head for 2 days straight. But not even all of it.
How does that go again?
I
I don't even know what it is.
But that's it. That whole thing on repeat for 2 days.
So this is next level. This is very common actually. There's writer blocks, and then there is the step further, and that is the electric slide.
Oh, the
rider's
idiot
block.
spell. Yes, the idiot spell. So I had all these ideas come back as I was walking the dog, but had already printed the shoats. And here's the thing I was totally interested in talking about. For most of churches, coming off of Easter, there have been numerous things going on. Everything from having a mascot dressed up as a bunny come into church, which happens.
That was crazy. That happened on
Wow.
Easter. This Easter.
Totally happened. And then
crazy.
he did the thing.
The thing.
What?
Did y'all see the thing?
The
That was
thing?
freaking crazy.
This is gonna be
And then there
the
were
most
eggs.
plain, like they're gonna the news is gonna come on a Monday and say like nothing happened at any church on Easter involving a bunny, and we're gonna be like, darn it!
I'm gonna laugh if something actually does happen.
Yeah, it's
The Easter Bunny. That one. You know what we're talking
Gangs
about.
of New York style Easter Bunny
Yeah.
invasion. Like, we want our eggs back, which doesn't make sense. Personally, I think the animal of Easter should be the platypus, as they actually lay eggs. The platypus.
That is
Yeah.
smart.
I
but
mean-
also dumb.
So is having a bunny that hides eggs.
Yeah, but
What-
no one said he
What
laid
the
eggs.
heck does any of this have to do with Easter?
The bunny just straight up stole freaking Easter from God.
Okay, but we've talked about this. There's a lot of stealing that goes in place in church history, on holidays.
This is just the most recent.
No, it's
Well,
not. Definitely
Technically,
not.
well, I guess that's true. Whatever.
Look out, Saturnalia. We're coming for you next.
Did you go? Did you find the golden egg at Easter?
Actually,
kiddos?
I found the snitch.
Wow.
And it was a little rabbit, and we just beat the tar out of him.
Gosh.
I am so sorry. I don't know why that's the direction.
For
it
some
went.
reason, I just saw a very graphic image inside my head, and it was very depressing.
It
Because
was
I
a
love
snitch.
bunnies. I actually looked at a bunny today.
Bunnies are adorable,
They are adorable.
flippin' cute. But
I actually, real quick,
yes,
we have family friends, and they have a bunny
congratulations.
that thinks it's a dog, and it literally, it's a bunny that runs around their house, like it lives in their house, and it runs around and plays with the dogs and stuff,
I need this bunny.
and he's pretty cool.
I need this bunny.
I don't know
think
if he's still alive because that was a while ago, but
back during the years Izzy had more energy, I think she thought she was a deer because she definitely jumped as if she was a deer.
Yeah.
I mean, all fours just like voodum, voodum, voodum through the back
Aw.
a yard. It was adorable.
I can't envision her doing that now.
Oh, she's crazy old now. She winked at me, and no one believes me. She winked at me.
Oh yeah, she
winks.
She-
Anyway,
she's literally watching us.
another thing churches have done this past Easter that I'm sure of, because I know of at least 2 churches that did it, is they spent money to rent a helicopter and drop eggs in a field for kids to find. So is it really finding them if they drop them in like a soccer field?
No,
Yeah.
it's not finding them.
Yeah.
because I mean, this is what our generation is like. They just are handed everything.
Guys, Ben Shapiro's back. No,
I can't. I'm
um,
not even like meaning to do that. That was
Uh-huh.
me trying to do like the generic like homeschool mom voice, and it sounds like Ben Shapiro. I'm sorry, Ben Shapiro.
Your generic homeschool mom sounds like Ben Shapiro.
Because
Sorry,
blah, 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 blah.
Karen. Sorry,
This is what my
Karen.
mom sounds
This is
like.
what my mom sounds like.
Ben Shapiro.
No, all right.
All right.
Hot take.
Hot take.
We
Hot
didn't-
cakes.
We didn't discuss this. This is going to be an Easter themed show because it was our previous episode was Good Friday themed. This is more Easter. I do not understand why we're dropping eggs from a helicopter. I think it's a colossal waste of time, money, and energy for a church to do that. And I just
Well,
feel
that's what.
that's a personal opinion. This is Danny Burton speaking. Danny Burton.
This is Daniel Burton on the Daniel Burton Show, speaking words from Daniel Burton.
More at 11. I hope not. Can we be
Yeah.
done by 11?
I hope so.
Is there enough recording to go to 11? Let's do it, people.
I mean, I don't know. Helicopters are cool. Easter eggs are cool. Why not put them together?
Why put them together in the first place?
I'm kidding. All right.
Like, I don't know. I don't
I
get
feel like
it.
it's kind of dangerous. You know? Are the kids already in the field?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're just unleashed.
That would be funny. Wrong. but funny.
Gosh.
You know, like
just a bunch of plastic eggs just mutilating children.
and here comes the helicopter. Like that to me.
Gosh.
I would find just the densest candy I can and stuff all those eggs.
Oh my
gosh!
gosh.
Funny. It'll give them
That
a little
is-
mark. Not gonna kill them.
Man,
It'll
this
hurt a
is
little
why Danny
This is why I was never in charge of children's
Yeah.
ministry, but student ministry, because you're allowed to
That's-
hurt teens. Maybe as
Whoa.
we'll talk about later. No, all right. So, as a thing, I was a middle school youth pastor for a bit. Every sixth grader who came in there, they were super excited to be in there, but most of them, at some point, they decided, I'm going to try and tackle him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm me. How do I put this? A high caliber bullet. I don't tip over easy. And sixth graders are small.
Uh-huh.
Now, a well-adjusted person, at some point, they'd be like, oh, you got me, and maybe fall to the ground. But I always had this thing of like, nah, it's got to be earned. So, like, they would come, all of us will kind of tackle him. And I'm like, I can take all of you, let's go. And I would pin them all to the ground at the same time. And it's like, yeah, I win. That's why you're small. Grow up, kid.
Wow.
A life comes at you fast. But in children's ministry, you got to kind of let them win every now and then, I think. Anyway, though, are dropping eggs from a helicopter, though, I get it's
thumbs up or thumbs down?
big thumbs down. I'm just going to be honest.
All right, this
Thumbs
is my
down.
opinion. If you only get to see my side of this if you watch the video. So, haha, joke's on you. Don't even say it, Danny. Don't even. I know you want to ruin this. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Wow.
Wow, what a shocker.
What a shocker.
Wow. I'm going to make that the thumbnail. like it's just gonna...
So they don't even have to click on the video. Wow.
No, I don't get it. I get it's supposed to be a community draw. I don't know. I feel very strong about I don't
Everything.
need to. No, not a lot. Some things I don't give two toots on, but
Give two toots on.
I don't think the gospel needs to be tarted up.
Tarted?
Yeah, as in.
I feel like that's reverse of what you're trying to say.
No, I know. No, this is a term.
Dressed
don't,
up,
Yeah,
not tarted up.
yeah.
Tarted is sour, gross.
No.
Tart.
No, that's a taste.
Sweet tarts are good.
I'm talking about the other definition of tart.
What is the other definition?
That person's a tart.
What?
Is
Is that like a what a hunk?
No, too
What
much
do you-
colorful makeup that it just appears wrong. I try and pretty up a thing that's
What?
already pretty on its
I've
own.
never heard that used.
Okay,
of that
I'll
word.
stop using that. I don't think
I
the gospel needs makeup. I don't think it needs to be made attractive. I think
I agree.
it needs to be contextualized, but if the only draw I have to bring people to an understanding of Christ is to drop eggs out of a helicopter, then I'm probably really bad at communicating the gospel to people, because it's really difficult to say Christ died for your sins so that all of us can go into eternity together. If I can't make that appealing to a person, and if I have to say, oh, and here's candy from a helicopter because it's exciting, then I just think I'm bad at what I do trying to explain the gospel to people.
Wow.
I get it's a community draw,
what is the
but
verse? Someone correct me. It's
I will.
It's the verse
I
where,
volunteer.
or not correct me, but someone cite this for me. This is a verse where Paul, he like Paul does, he pwns a bunch of Roman noobs and and basically is like, hey, you don't need to fancy up the gospel. The power of the gospel works for itself. And it's like talking about how our fancy words don't.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't need it. It's
Right.
the power of God that sways man.
Go to make it relevant, though. And I'm trying to not dig into this too much
Make it
because
relevant.
it was
Come on.
the whole...
That just put a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, I mean, the whole podcast I did on my own, it was basically on this. Did you go?
No,
listen
I
to
watched
it?
like the. I did
Yeah.
watch. I watched like the first 10 seconds. And that's my attention span for podcasts. I'm very open on how I don't like podcasts. So.
But we're
I'm
glad
a
that you do.
hypocrite. Yeah, I am glad
All
that
right,
you do.
so
Don't be like
yeah.
me.
Anyway, go back and
I'm done.
I have other thoughts on that. That's just me talking to the camera, but go back to episode 59. Please check it out. But overall, I think dropping eggs from a helicopter, I don't think is. I get it's a community thing. It's fun, okay, and I'm not against fun. Maybe I am. I don't know.
Moving on.
I might just be against fun, but overall, if that's the
Are you
only
against
cause
fun?
that people come to Christ is because I brought in a helicopter, then
No
all
one
right, I
comes
guess
to
I'm
Christ
for
in
it.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure. I
No.
feel bad. God can use anything,
can
but would He use this? Probably not.
like God can. God can. I don't
I
know.
don't doubt it.
I question.
I don't have a single doubt about it.
I question the efficacy.
Yeah,
of it.
I'm questioning whether He would
Right.
use this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say probably not.
Right. Speaking of God using weird things to communicate the gospel, Kanye West is in the news. Is in the
I'd
news
say.
again because this man decided to start doing church services, and then on top of that, he announced that he would be doing a church service for Easter at Coachella.
God bless him.
I'm gonna say this again because the first time I said it, I had to
love
slap
this man.
myself because I didn't think it was actually a real sentence. Kanye West is doing church services on a mountaintop at Coachella.
Fun.
Current temperature of hell, a brisk 30.
Whoa.
What? So
Hey, Kanye, you want to be on the podcast? That would be.
if we're gonna invite him to the podcast, we need to change the next 10 minutes of what we're about to say.
Hey.
I would welcome him on the podcast.
I haven't said anything. You said we're. So speak for
Yeah.
yourself.
We are
Me
nobody
and
special.
Kanye are probably gonna be best friends. All right, you are just gonna be sitting in the corner. This is gonna be Kanye and Caleb show, not nobody special. Dang, I probably came off a bit more hurtful, Danny.
No, I'm trying to figure out if it would be inappropriate to put him in the thumbnail for this one.
No,
Of the thumb that's either up or down.
I will
and then
Photoshop
Kanye in the
him
background
right
like,
in between us.
What up? Typing in his phone password, which is 0000000, which we did learn from CNN.
Hey,
actually,
well, moving
Anyway,
on. Let's well, not moving on, but diving in.
Kanye, again, I have to say this because if I don't say it every few minutes, my brain tries to push it out as a false statement that can't possibly be true. Kanye West is doing church services on a mountaintop at Coachella.
So here's the thing. We watched this, and I gotta say,
we watched some of it.
We watched some of it. That was the most hype thing I have ever seen. I mean, it's odd, of course. It's very odd. But just it's more of like mix gospel worship and like secular music. And it's pretty cool. Danny just hates everything about it.
Flying helicopters over fields is really cool.
No, it's not.
No, I think it's cool.
That happens every day.
Well, yeah, but they don't drop eggs every day. And if they do, something's gone horribly wrong. Then the boat doesn't get their omelets that morning. Cool, sure. It's cool. I'm going to concede it's cool. Kanye's an interesting character to me.
Okay.
And I say character because I'm not sure where Kanye as an act ends and Kanye as a person begins. He's a character. It's odd. I want to believe in Kanye West. And that's one of the weirdest things about me is I want to really believe in him. I think as an artist, he's very smart.
Let's just Danny's even operating on the basis that he hasn't even heard Scoopity Poop. So I denied to show him that.
I know, which I will be watching while I edit tonight. Here's the deal, though. The man has some views on God that are horribly, horribly wrong. Mm-hmm. And so these worship services, again, it's a question I ask a ton. Who's getting the actual glory of these worship services? Because from the few I've watched, I actually did some deep dives on a clip and watched. I've probably done overall about an hour of these, and
It's a waste of time.
I don't disagree. But this is the level of commitment I have to Nobody Special.
Wow.
The
You just
music
made
was
me sound like a. Sorry.
very Kanye centric. It felt as if I
I
was
didn't
at
get that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I know, but like,
From what I saw, all right, I'm operating on the basis we watched a good amount of it.
well,
I mean, it
watched
was
a
like,
little.
is basically just take, like, worship, gospel worship, and then, and when I say gospel, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That.
Sung by Cartman from South Park.
Whatever. Anyways, and then mix
No,
it
black
with
gospel
like.
choirs. I think that's
Can
the
I
thing
talk?
that's okay to say.
Thank
Black
you.
gospel
Thank
choirs.
Okay, whatever.
We can say that. I hope.
Well, you're the one that said it. I just want to make that.
Said
clear.
what?
But basically, it's that mixed with, like rap music. I didn't hear
Right.
anything that wasn't theologically accurate and inaccurate.
Oh boy,
I didn't.
It gets into it. I'm gonna be honest. So part of it is now. All right, of his body of music, Jesus Walks, I think, is a track that still slaps and is amazing. It is a
Slaps?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
that's
a
how
great
you know
song.
that you're old. You just said slaps.
Excuse me, that's a current term. Thank you very much.
I don't
Anyway,
think that is.
it is.
Is that?
Yes.
Whatever.
It's a great song that has profound implications, I think.
Yo,
The problem.
it slaps, y'all.
No, that's not.
slaps.
That's not how that works. Anyway,
This song is slapping.
what has happened?
Slapping.
that
It's just
we've-
slapping.
What has happened that we've talked about in
Yo,
the
you
past?
hear this song? It's slapping.
Oh my gosh. Are you good?
I'm good.
Are you good? Okay.
I'm good. Slapping.
What we've talked about in the past is he experienced some trauma in that his mom died, and his mom and him had been pretty close, or his grandma. Oh, I forget which one it is, his mom or his grandma. I don't know.
Okay.
One of them died, and that is kind of the moment that his brain broke, and he's kind of gotten this God complex that was kind of dismissible until I found the book of Jesus, which is an actual thing. I saw it get
Jesus.
brought up in a chat for a different podcast, and someone talked about it, and I was like, "Oh, please tell me it's fake." Hey guys, it's not. He took the book of Genesis and any instances of God he took out and put in the word Kanye. So in the beginning, Kanye created the heavens and earth.
Wow.
So that would be, I would
Kanye,
say,
you betrayed me. Yeah,
the
I believed
definition
in you.
of God complex. I mean, it's a literal God complex, and I think that's problematic because then he's doing these things that it's concerts for him by him under the guise of
Now, I want to.
Christianity or false Christianity.
Did he advertise it as that?
What, worship services?
Yeah.
Yes,
No, I mean,
Yes.
what did he advertise it as?
worship service
I mean,
on a mountain
every
on Easter.
religion worships.
He explicitly mentioned Christian. Yes.
He did. Okay,
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh no! I dug deep into this one. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna need to know about that. I'm gonna need all the information on that. And it felt as if he's trying to give glory to himself, and that is a thing that he struggles through, thinking that he's the greatest, the best, and all that, and then creating this kind of service that's intended to give glory to God, that is instead just going through his deep tracks, although cool.
hey, I
don't
will
think
say
it's
this.
Good.
I will say this. In his defense, well, no, not in his defense, but in
Yeah.
the defense of the service being put on. Is Kanye giving glory to God? Probably not. But I mean, that's the cool thing about worship is that it is a deeply personal thing between a person and God, and Kanye isn't the one that sets that tone. I mean, what I'm saying is No, I mean, I think that your worship is I think that there are plenty of people there that could have actually been worshiping. Is that likely? I don't know. It's Coachella. I don't
Worshipping what?
know. But I'm saying
The drugs they did at Coachella.
basically,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
that
I said it.
I think that it could have been. There could have been real worship going on there, and I think that once again, God can use anything.
I'm thinking there was an opportunity to hear Kanye West do his music in a different context, and they wanted to be a part of something. I don't think I'm going to go out on a limb on this one, and I'm okay going out on this edge, but I don't think any
Will I push
serious
you off?
Christian would go to this thinking this is an opportunity to praise God because of their understanding of how Kanye is.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I don't go to the church by the guy that has a God complex. In fact, well, I mean, and I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about any other church. I've made explicit statements. If the pastor's trying to make everything about him, it's okay to dip out of that church and say like, hey, I need to go to a place that preaches the gospel.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is the thing going on.
Listen,
and I think
listen.
from
I
a
by no
broader,
means support this.
Hold on. I think in a broader scale,
He
even
just
if they
told me
go
that.
in and have good intentions, that this is the sheep being led astray by the wolf.
Okay, yeah, all of those things I would say are fairly true.
The end.
But I'm trying to say that I think that God can use anything, and I think that although this is not really pointing towards God, I think that the music actually, from what I saw of it, was very. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool, and like I thought that was I don't know, I was grooving to it and I liked what it was saying. So
and none
anyways,
of that
but-
has anything to do with worship of God.
well, no, I thought it did. There was literally what they
No,
were
I
saying.
mean the things you brought up have
hey,
nothing to do with
you
worship
did this
God.
to me. Hold on. I'm getting sassy. All right, it's turning on.
He's getting all interrupted.
And you're the one that did it to me for
no, because you were interrupting me.
You just interrupted me. So
I'll turn you down. Here we go. Well, they can't hear you right now, buddy.
But basically, I'm trying to say that is this right? No. But can people actually, worship to these songs? Yes. I'm going to go out on an edge and say yes, because there are plenty of songs that are from the secular world that I think I personally worship to. I mean, like, the thing about songs is, in art in general, is its personal interpretation. And it's, although, the creator might not have had the same purpose that you had listening to it, you can find what that purpose is for yourself.
But that gets into a few different things that I fundamentally disagree on, and I think even biblically is not that great. Even from the perspective of the church in Corinth that is eating a meat that's sacrificed to other gods, that's not great, and they shouldn't be doing that. Even though they aren't participating in the worship of that god, it's still not a great thing to even be there. At the same time, that does get into the subjectivity of truth. If everything is open to different interpretations, and that I think is also false. Also, just because God can do a thing through a thing doesn't mean a Christian needs to be a part of that thing. I mean, God saved the nation of Israel or the Jewish people by trying to murder Joseph and throwing him in a hole and selling him. But I'm not about to say that it was okay for Joseph's brothers to do that because it saved them. It means God is sovereign, even over the garbage all of us give him.
I'm saying that.
Well, I made 3 points. You can't just refute the last one.
Well, I'll go. I'll address all of them then. Okay.
Go ahead.
To
Eat
your
meat
last point,
sacrificed to foreign
I wasn't
gods.
saying that I encourage people to go to this, but I'm talking about the music that he has created for this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's perfectly fine to. Of course, there's things in the Bible where it says, the meat that was sacrificed to other gods we shouldn't eat, but I disagree with that because that's a meat sacrificed to a god, and that's not due to personal interpretation. I think that art, although a painting might have been painted, with a different purpose, it's about interpretation. And the thing about these songs are, I mean, these are more than other secular songs. They're clearly like, talking about God. And whether God
in this case being Kanye West.
I know,
like,
but
that's the
listen,
problematic part I have.
I'm saying that I believe music is up to interpretation, and I think that this specifically, just any music. I think that you can find ways to worship God through that. Obviously, I mean,
I haven't found it on Rammstein, which is a German death metal band that I'm really excited I even know about.
But I mean, it's super. I mean, I think that obviously you shouldn't go to it. I think we both agree with that. Obviously, Kanye isn't perfect. I think we both agree with that. But
I think
neither are we.
Unstable, and I want to cheer for him. That's the weird part of this.
Is Kanye the Antichrist?
No, I'm not gonna. Oh my gosh, I was just having that conversation today. Hey, can we stop throwing that around for anybody I disagree with? They're probably the Antichrist. No, you just have a disagreement. Now shut up and get along. Sorry.
Anyways,
I just had this conversation today.
I think that we as Christians, I think that we do that. And you brought up your whole little we ate meat that was sacrificed to another god. I think that
the Bible brought it up, so let's just apply that term to Paul.
Obviously, I know, but I'm saying, I think that it is perfectly fine for Christians to worship. Because once again, I think it's a personal thing between you and God, and if you make that connection between a secular song, who cares? Obviously, it would be weird if it was really
worship. Yeah, Rammstein. Praise the Lord. I just there's a
and I'm saying that
there's a deeper kind of a subtext to a good amount of things that gets expressed in terrible theology that gets people to stray off. And I've seen this happen in pastor after pastor after pastor, that they have good intention and bad execution, or are a wolf in sheep's clothing. These are the kinds of things that I feel strong about protecting the flock out of butchers that pretend to be shepherds. I mean,
yeah.
There are aspects of if a person's theology is bad, even though I can still praise God in that gets on me. And there's a danger in that, especially in this type of theology, that isn't just bad, it's heresy. It's idolatry. It's false god. It's him claiming I am God, which he has said, I think, in a quote.
Yeah, no, we both agree on that.
If he's saying that, I don't even think, even if I have good intentions, that's an okay thing to do, because worship is between me and God, because I don't even think that's true. It's between us and God. It is a corporate thing that all of us do coming together.
And
coming to these services.
In certain circumstances, yeah, but that's not solely what it is. I disagree with that.
In this context, it's corporate. Absolutely.
I'm not even talking about like the actual concert at this point. I disagree with that. I'm talking about the music that he has created. And we even talked about this. I mean, when we talked about worship, and you agreed with me on it, which is why I don't know why you're backtracking now, but I'm I'm fighting. But I'm saying, like, you agreed with me that we literally said in an episode, I think that you can, like what I brought up with the books, you can read books and apply I was saying with my apprenticeship and how we have, we read books that aren't necessarily Christian origin, and they're not even agreeing with Christians.
Right.
But there are things that you can take out from that and apply that really help. And
right, but these are entirely different circumstances.
I know, but I'm
from
saying
an academic intellectual exercise and a worship service.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Dramatic different. I'm being consistent.
Listen, no, but I'm saying with secular, and this, to be honest, this music doesn't even sound secular to me. I mean, like,
It sounds like that's a weird.
I mean, I'm saying it doesn't even, compared to other secular music, this is like stating, I think, from what I've seen. And I'm going off of like the video that I watched. Keep that in mind.
He did Jesus walks about 5 times in one show. He doesn't
But
have a lot of
I'm saying that
Christian.
this
He has
was
a lot of stuff about banging women.
This was. I'm talking about this specifically.
No, but he did one of the banging.
Can you
women,
let me talk?
Probably, but I might not.
And with this specifically, it was stating, I think, very good biblical truths from what I saw, talking about the power of God.
Kanye.
I'm not listen, but that's what I'm saying is, you can take that and apply it to your worship to God. I think. I mean, obviously, yeah, you need to be super careful when it comes to that.
I would disagree, and I'm being consistent on that too, because there's a difference between the academic, understanding of I'm going through things I disagree on and being challenged by them, and going to a corporate worship
I'm not talking about the corporate worship service.
No, this is a corporate. No, we are not.
I'm talking about the music at this point.
Which is given in the context of a corporate worship service by a man claiming to be God. I don't care if I can get good stuff out of it. Shouldn't be there in the first place. I don't care if it sounds cool. It isn't an okay, acceptable chance to take by a person who is claiming to be God to even be there backing that up in any context. That's a thing we're told to flee out of and just not engage in because it's not worth it. It is going to support a man who, may I add, I want to root for this guy and just can't. It's going to back this a man up to give him a platform who is being open about his heresy that he is God, not God.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. I've already stated that. I don't know why we're talking.
Is irrelevant.
Okay, well then why do we listen to any secular music in the first place?
Because they're not claiming to be God.
Plenty of people claim that. I mean, like literally, half the music out there is people making idols out of themselves. So why are you supporting that? I know plenty of music that you listen to.
The explicit nature. And first of all, I don't listen to a lot of music.
I'm just saying.
Excuse me, sir. I haven't turned on the radio in a while. I don't know what's good music right now.
And
comment below.
All I'm saying is like, the point I'm trying to make, the ultimate point that I am trying to make, is I believe that God can use anything. And I'm not saying that we should seek out this, but I'm saying I firmly agree and think that God can use this.
I'm not saying God can't. I'm also saying that doesn't justify this thing's existence.
I never justified its existence. We agree.
Then why
you keep on bringing the things that we agree
that you're
on.
trying to defend an indefensible position?
No, I'm trying to defend his music that I think it has very good messages. And until the
subtext of he's talking about himself as God.
Yeah, but
then the good messaging goes away. And I don't think because I can interpret truth in a subjective manner is a good standing to be able to do that.
No, I don't think that you should approach truth in a subjective manner.
I'm saying that
I think that
art can be or should be interpreted in a personal and subjective manner.
Art? I'm saying...
So it should be interpreted as subjective.
This, I think, is different. Well, I mean, yeah. No,
your whole position is that this isn't different.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I will stick with what I said. I do think art is subjective.
See, but this goes beyond art to a worship service.
I'm talking about the music now. I've already clarified that 10 times. I know,
but this isn't just...
I know, but what I'm talking about right now is the music.
But that's not the topic we're talking about. You can't just pivot because you're getting your butt handed to you in this conversation.
I'm not trying to get my butt handed.
You are not Ross from Friends. You can't pivot.
I'm talking about...
That's a Friends reference.
Quit trying. I can't stand it, guys. Danny tries to lighten things up, even though we're genuinely having a debate right now. But what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
which I've specified multiple times. I'm talking about the music he has created. Sure, the worship service he started. I already agreed with you on this. Yeah, it's not good. You shouldn't attend it because it's all about himself. And I'm talking about the music and art. I do think I think everyone, whether you like it or not, you approach it in a subjective manner. It means something different to every single person. And I think that just because it was created a certain way, I think that doesn't matter. Yeah, I will say when it comes to art, truth is subjective, and it really depends on what you are trying to get from it. And if you want to praise God to it, then praise God to it. And I'm not saying truth is subjective in a general sense. I'm not saying,
But that stance stands in the face of solid scripture that says don't do that.
what? What verse?
The whole thing of Corinthians.
What?
If I mean these people are going into, they're kind of eating a meat that is given as a sacrifice to foreign gods.
Yeah, but meat's not subjective, though. I mean, I don't think the truth of meat and what it's been consecrated towards is subjective.
Okay, but the thing Paul is telling them that although Paul understands that they aren't giving praise to that particular God, that the context is very definitive of the thing that they're doing. And even though they still praise God, they still shouldn't be there because although they're praising the true God, they're in a place that is praising a false God. And that's kind of the issue.
I don't think you can apply meat to this, though.
I'm applying concept to concept. That I can do. I can absolutely do that. And I don't think it's ever appropriate to say truth is subjective. I'll concede application can be subjective and interpretation can be biased, but I'm not going to say truth is subjective. I'm never going to be able to say that because things are true
I'm not talking
or they
about
aren't
in a
true.
general sense, though.
No, I'm saying in any context.
I'm talking about like the personal truth of it, or what you get from it.
Truth cannot, definitionally speaking, be
truth.
Subjective.
Well, that's not what I was trying to say then.
But it is the thing you actually said, so
I know,
I have to address that.
What I'm talking about application, and you know that. I'm not talking about the. Of course, yeah. That. What is the proper terminology then?
I'm saying application can be specific. No, what do you?
Oh no, I'm dead serious. You are smarter than me.
Like I'm saying that as this goes, although the music can be good, there's probably plenty of stuff that I don't need to get into because it is heresy or
the application
sacrilege.
is subjective.
Can be.
I will agree with that. What I was trying to say is what someone gets from it. I wasn't trying to say truth itself is subjective.
But the idea of worship, and I'm not talking about a worship service, I'm talking about worship in general, isn't about me getting out of God, it's about me giving to God.
Right.
So I think the context of that is as important as the actual giving. Because plenty of things have been done in the name of God that God, I think, would flat out say, yeah, I'm not taking that. You know, there's even cases of the Old Testament that people have given, I cannot think of the term. It's really important right now. Their offerings to God were rejected because of the context of their giving them or the attitude behind the context of giving them. And although there are cases of I can get a truth out of that, I think that is by the grace of God despite my best efforts. And I think that's the problematic aspect of this is that although God can do a thing out of this, I'm not going to claim that things become okay or defensible because God can do something in them. I'm not going to do that. Or that I can get a truth out of a horrifying thing doesn't justify the horrifying thing. And that's the point. If I even take it out of the Kanye West and Book of Jesus, which is one of the most horrific things I've ever seen and the clearest instance of sacrilege. Literally, how do you take a name God out of Genesis and put in Kanye? Who published that? And why are they only selling them in bulk? I wanted to order a copy just to read it.
I mean,
I have to buy them in bulk. It's ridiculous.
I think that. I mean, I'll just say it again. I mean, I think we're just going to disagree no matter what, so I might as well end this. But, I mean, I think that you can worship God through music. And this specifically, because it literally, guys, it sounds literally like any other worship music, except actually cool. Screw you, Lecrae. And
why are we hating? I love Lecrae.
I can't
What did
stand
Lecrae do?
Lecrae.
Why do you hate Lecrae?
Because I don't like his music and I don't think it sounds good, and I don't think that he is I've heard, I don't know if it's true, I've heard that he wanted to be a normal rapper, but saw that it was easier to get into the Christian industry, so he did that instead.
I don't know about him. I know that's not uncommon.
Yeah, but anyways.
For instance, G, E minor, C, sometimes D. And if you understood that joke, you understand why Christian music is historically really bad.
Yeah, but anyways.
Because anyone who's played the guitar for
the
6
music
minutes can play 80%
that
of it.
Kanye made, I mean, it literally, I think it says awesome truths about who God is. And I don't even know if this is true, if he's talking about himself, because I have seen interviews and I've heard him talk about God, and he's definitely not talking about himself. Obviously, the Book of Jesus isn't good supporting that.
No.
And I'm not saying that. But I'm saying
that one's indefensible right there. That is.
But I'm saying even if he was, I mean, I think that we as Christians can redeem and use that to praise God, our God, the true God. I mean, I don't see why that, and of course, yeah, but you said praises were often denied. I mean, like, come on. I mean,
which is
the context around
weird. It. Like, that one's hard. I'll be honest.
The context.
That one's hard for me.
The context around it in this, and I'm talking about even if you did listen to this and you were like actually worshiping God and it was truthful, God would straight up take that because you're worshiping Him. I mean, like, it's not about the music; it's about who you're praising. And obviously, if it's anything other than God, then it's not good. But I mean, I think it's perfectly fine. I think I've said that on podcasts multiple times. I've multiple secular songs that, you know, I think that they perfectly, for me personally, portray my feelings towards God. And
can I get an example? Because that would be really helpful.
There's one. Gosh, I can't even remember the name of it. I think it's. I know the song, but
well, let's hear it, baby. Let's do it.
I'm not singing.
Let's do it. Hum it.
No, I'm not humming.
Is it
I
Coldplay?
don't do that. Yeah, it's Coldplay. Yep.
Hey, hot take. I don't like his voice. Anyway, go ahead.
But I mean,
The sky full of stars. It's so blue. I make that noise by trying to swallow my tongue.
But I'm basically saying, yeah, I mean, I think it's about your personal application of the music. And if you have your feelings that you have on music in general, I mean, I think that no one.
No, I'm sorry.
I think that no one should be listening to secular music then, if that's how you feel. I mean,
we were doing so good up until the last 3 seconds.
No, we weren't doing good.
We were. I like you.
I don't like you.
I don't have a problem on secular music. I have a problem on secular music that claims Christianity and has no form or trace of Christianity.
Lecrae.
Again, why the Lecrae hate? Hey. Cameras are off for a minute.
No, they're not. I'm the one
What
who
did he
operates
do
this
to you?
camera.
Can we talk about what time is it? Do we?
How much time? How long have we been going? We can make this a full episode. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. I need to share this story because
we're about to fight again.
I didn't get to share it.
Full disclosure, not disclosure. What am I talking about?
There
I'm
was
tired.
a artist in
Well,
the
okay,
90s.
real
There was
quick.
a art. No. I'm not going where you think I'm
No,
going.
no. Oh, you're not.
No,
Okay.
no.
Well,
We don't have time for that.
Regarding Kanye, one last comment. I want you guys to go watch it and tell us what you think. Obviously, the whole like shindig that they had going on is you shouldn't attend that. I mean, unless you want to go to a Kanye concert.
If
then
you're
do
already
it.
at Coachella, you're probably not listening to this podcast. There's one person in Coachella right now who just like a single tear went down. Like, no, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Just my favorite
But
podcast.
basically, yeah. I mean, tell us what you think. You're probably gonna side with
speaking-
Danny because I'm typically wrong and I have to play devil's advocate, and you know
Do not think that
I'm in a lose-lose situation.
by playing the card of
You do it all the time.
of being humbleness that I won't continue to kick you. Because it's not about winning this battle, it's about winning every other battle from it. That's what I learned from Ender's Game. That and mass genocide is sometimes okay. What the heck?
I
that
don't think
movie.
that's what Ender Game said. It's
Ender's
not about
Game?
winning this battle.
No, but that's
it's
the
about
thing
winning
Harrison
the war.
Ford said, and that was weird.
No, it's about winning the war, though. Didn't
All right,
he say war?
a couple things about. All right, hold on. Do we want to talk about Geoff Moore or Ender's Game? Because I have a funny story. We
Let's-
can't end here. Is what I'm
well,
saying.
you already started on your other one, so.
They advertised Ender's Game as a fun family
my
space adventure, and then I played and got really depressed at 2 a.m. because I couldn't finish it.
That
Anyway,
movie is fantastic.
super depressed. Yeah, but not a
I
happy
didn't
space
think
romp.
it's depressing.
I didn't read the books. I was like, oh, a happy space adventure for family. Oh, no. No, they murder a race of people like crazy.
Would you?
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh my.
There was a Christian artist. Oh, boy, we have to hurry. We're about to
You
run
don't
out of
have
tape.
to hurry.
There was a Christian artist. His name is Geoff Moore. He was in every song in the 90s for Christianity. I'm not sure why. And I met him in a bathroom. He was
Yeah?
on a phone, and I was in high school. He was on the phone. Oh, I'll just tell this story.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Oh, we got plenty of
Oh, we got plenty of time. Am I
We
going
could
to edit this out?
We could go for another hour. No.
Am I gonna?
not.
We can go for another hour. Strap in. I'm telling the long version. No, I was at this Christian camp called DCLA. They had it in
DCLA.
in a couple places. Guess where? DCLA. Guess where they had it?
I would have to say Daytona, Columbus, Liberia.
Okay,
and
so you're kind of taking the joke because we did
Algiers.
go to the one in Tennessee. Whatever. So Geoff Moore had a band called Geoff Moore.
Tennessee.
and,
Wait,
and
what does
the
that have to do
Distance.
with the DCLA?
We're not sure, but it was closer and
Oh.
cheaper, so we're all about it. So he had a band called Geoff Moore in the Distance, and then
More in the
some
distance.
some of the band decided they needed some distance, so it was just Geoff Moore. Pun. So he just ended up on every Christian track from like 2000 to 2003. It was really strange, and it was kind of cool because I saw him in everything, and I was in 12th grade, and it was at this camp. A friend of mine, he bit his tongue like pretty hard and is bleeding out of his tongue. So he had gotten a few paper towels, put on his tongue, and this is all because we were talking about
Ow.
Christian music and just anyway. This is where my brain went. So he has paper towels on his tongue, and he's just holding it going like this. And then we have to find the bathroom, and he's talking to the security guard saying, hey, where's the bathroom? Because I thought it would be funny to let him talk, and guess what? It was. It was absolutely funny. And we kept doing it. It's like, well, go on. Ask her the question. He's like, I hate you guys. I'm like, yeah. So we go into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's blood pouring from my friend's tongue, and there's one person at a urinal on his phone. And my friend says, and I quote, oh my God, is that Geoff Moore? Geoff Moore is on a phone call to like his manager or someone peeing, and I'm like, I want to meet this man and shake his hand. Maybe not shake his hand.
Yeah.
So we end. He turns around and was like, hey, you're Geoff Moore. And I started reaching my hand out, like, on second thought, why don't we wash our hands first?
Gosh.
So, yeah.
Is that it? Is that it?
I met Geoff Moore as my friend's tongue was bleeding, and he was on the phone at a urinal. He was pee dialing someone.
Wow.
So, Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I just want you to know how lucky you are that we didn't get to this next segment because it just would have been straight up more arguing and disagreement.
We weren't arguing. We were disagreeing. I'll give you that
I
one.
think we should talk about this, though. How much time do we have? What are we at?
Nah.
No, what are we at? What are we at? I want to know. Tell me. What are we at?
We're at an hour. No, I'm
No,
not
we're
doing
not.
it. No, we're at an hour.
We are?
Yes, we
Wow.
are.
I like how we
So,
said we were going to cut these short, and they're just... the same
Yeah,
length.
we totally didn't. And this is not... The Kanye thing was our 10-minute bit, and we had a 20-minute bit. Well, guess what, guys? We didn't do that. And the good news, or the bad news, is that by the time this episode comes out, this will just be so dated, I won't want to talk about it then. So, Caleb, I want to end on this.
He's going to do some sappy
I
thing.
really wanted to do... No, I wanted to do something snarky and just be like a butthole, like, I was right. No. I do appreciate... See, now I can't do anything nice. I can't do anything... I can't do nice things.
He just threw...
No, we got it on camera. I'm fine with that.
See, Danny,
mildly
that's
appreciate
what
you.
We'll like get in an argument, and then he tries to make us feel better by...
No, try to make
like,
me feel better. It
yeah.
has nothing to do with
It's like,
you.
oh, well, Caleb, you're just so, you're awesome.
I appreciate you. I can't say I appreciate you.
And for me, when I get out of an argument, I am not in that mood. I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. So let's just end this podcast. I just made Danny silent.
I appreciate having you as my co-host.
Well, I don't.
And it'll be really sad when I start looking for another co-host tomorrow. No,
That's
seriously.
fine.
No,
I'll just be the camera guy.
Huh? The camera... Fire our current camera guy? Sorry, Ted. You're out.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, Ted. Sorry about... I don't know what I was going to say there. But it wasn't going to be good. Caleb, if they have questions they want us to disagree on, where
Guys,
can they
you should know
send
this
them?
by now, and you should start asking us more questions. I shouldn't even have to say this, but I will.
Wow.
Because
Thank you for listening to our podcast despite
I'm in a bad
whatever's
mood.
going on over here.
I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. GospelOutpost.com/nobody special. Go to the bottom of the page, type it in there, ask us a question or ask for advice, or just say hello. You should know this by now. All right, because we say it every time.
But we
And
appreciate
you,
our listeners.
But you should know this.
Turn into our...
to our children.
Why are you chastising the good people at home?
I love you guys, but I just
nobody
wish
specialers.
that you would understand where I'm coming from.
They make
I don't even know where
nobody
I'm coming from.
special. Also, check us out on
That's an
Facebook and
oxymoron.
Instagram.
Oh wait, no. I don't. I'm so tired right now. Just ignore anything.
It's okay.
I'm saying.
I got it from here. Don't worry about it. Also, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Nobody Special Podcast.
Do it.
Go to iTunes, click 5 stars, type in something. We don't really care at that point. Just type in 5 stars. Great podcast. Changed my life and
Wow.
saved my mom. or
Actually,
something.
just say what you want to say because we don't need cookie cutters. We need actual human beings.
Again, not sure over there, but
I'm just. That
I
sounds really
love
mean,
you.
but I'm saying, say what you want to say. Don't say what Danny says. He's not cool. You are cool.
I feel like you're
Am I
going to look
getting
back
better?
on this. No, you're getting worse.
Oh
Actually.
gosh.
Hey, can I get that shovel you have?
Am I just taking my grave?
I'm just saying. You all should know by now. So thank you for tuning into our episode. We really do appreciate it as much as we may be in
This is why we
weird
don't record
moods.
at 11 o'clock at night.
I know. Anyway, I'm really trying to land this plane.
Land
So
the plane. Don't crash. We can't crash.
thank you for tuning into this episode. I'm Danny.
Beep.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Cable.
No.
I'm Caleb.
And we
Guys,
are
I need help.
nobody special.
Nobody special.